friends. Hang on, guys. There we go. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Good evening from Germany. Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining me. My name is Angela, and I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a premier retailer for Dixie Belle over here in Frankfurt in Germany. Hello, Nina. Thank you for being with me. Guys, when you join me, just let me know where you're watching from. And yeah, tell me what time it is where you're watching from, because I know you're always all over the world. Hallo, liebe Vera. Some people out of my time zone I can see. So, hey, love. Hi, Solly. Thank you for joining me. So from snowy Leeds, oh my goodness, the snow is gone here. So it was just like pouring down with rain. Hi, Angie. Hi, Laura. Hallo, liebe Ute. Guys, thank you so much for being with me. Dixie Belle, thank you for having me. So tonight we are having a fun project. This is from a customer of mine, and this is her old golf bag. Doesn't look that old. I've cleaned it up nicely, but anyway, she thought about dumping it, and then she thought, oh, she's going to do a decoration piece for her living room. Hi, Sonia. Hi to Croatia. Oh, that's great. I love your people being here. Guys, if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments so I can answer them hopefully straight away. Otherwise, I will come back later. Hi, Connie. And if you haven't done it yet, guys, please pop over to my page and leave me a like. That would be absolutely fantastic. Hallo, liebe Anja. Schön, dass du da bist. Okay, guys. You can paint this. I'm gonna come a little closer with this piece. This is not fabric. This is some type of plasticky material. So it is like water resistant, stuff like that. And this is like harder plastic, things like that. We have, don't know if you can see that, there's like here you can see some writing. It looks like she may have like something lying on there, got wet, and it's like the ink transferred on there. So as I've planned on painting this thing in tea rose and Moonshine Metallics rosé, and also putting, it's going to be some fun. There's going to be some rust things on there also, but they're pretty light colors, and I don't want to have any of those things bleeding through. And also I don't want to have the paint stick on here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slick stick those areas, the real plasticky ones, like those ones here, and I'm going to put some Boss just on there. Boss is a stain blocker. It's like stain, like it blocks like wood ingredients, it blocks the stains and stuff like that. It blocks smells. So this is perfect for something like that when you think that ink might bleed through, So that's the reason I'm going to do that. I'm first going to have some sip of coffee. So there's some questions already. I'm going to get a little closer. Hi to Alabama. What I'm doing, I'm painting a golf bag. So, ciao. Roma is here also. So France is here. That's great. Thank you guys for joining me. So, and also we're going to put like a woody band on here. We're going to put like one of those cute little bows on top here. So this is, I think this is going to go pretty nice, but let's see. So we're going to put that on first before we're going to put the other things because they can dry then. So I've got Slick Stick. Slick Stick is for slick and, for slick surfaces like glass and plastic and stuff like that. So cheers, coffee, Anya. So this is basically a primer. Dixie Belle has got for everything a solution. The chalk mineral paints, you can paint straight away onto your projects, which is no problem. Actually, I've tried the material itself, so that's the reason I'm only slick sticking like those plasticky types. This is the cover of this bag. This is the chalk mineral paint, and this is the blueberry I've put on here. So This is like 2 coats, and look how that's holding up. I'm scratching with my nail. I think that's absolutely fantastic. So I don't need to slick stick the material itself. It's going to be fine. Und Vera, es ist unterwegs. Am Samstag, Freitag, Samstag kommen 2 Kisten und mehr ist jetzt auf dem Weg. So langsam kommt es wieder ins Rollen. So stay patient. So I've tried that beforehand. That's what you should do, you know. I don't want to waste any product if I don't need to use it, you know, because the chalk mineral paints, they stick pretty, you know, well to almost anything. So that's why I tried that first. And I don't need to slick stick this material, even it's like some sort of plasticky type. But this is like real, you know, plastic. So I'm going to slick stick that. I've got tiny little bit left in here, so I'm going to mix that with my brush now. This should be fine for the hi Charlene. So kann was nass werden? Kann was nass werden? Die Golftasche oder die Farbe? Die wird nur Dekoration. Die ist nicht mehr zum Golfspielen. Die geht nicht mehr auf den Golfplatz raus. Die geht ins Wohnzimmer. So I'm just basically gonna go around those areas, and the slick stick, if you have, you know, you can also paint on glass, you can paint on a mirror, you can paint like plastic and stuff like that, you know, this laminated furniture like this IKEA stuff and things like that. You can paint anything if you lay some of the slick stick down. So apart from that, those paints stick to almost everything. And normally, if you have just like a wooden piece of furniture, the only thing you have to do is clean it nicely. You know, if your project isn't clean, nothing is going to stick. Even the slick stick is not going to stick. So I've cleaned this bag really, really well. That's the reason it looks pretty nice again. So, and now I'm going to apply 2 coats of the slick stick on those areas. And the slick stick, they say you apply 1 coat, you let it dry for about 1 or 2 hours, depending on the temperature, the room temperature and the humidity where you in your room. I'm not bothered if it goes onto the other stuff. So as this will be painted over anyway. And basically the first coat of the, well, that was clever. That was me again, you know, painting something and then touching it straight away. So, hi Jenny, schön, dass du da bist. So, with the zippers, this is not supposed to be, I'm thinking about with the zippers to take everything off, to clean them off, to open them. I will decide on the way I go, because I'm not quite sure. She didn't decide if she only wants to stand it in a living room or if she wants to open those. It's not for usage anymore. It's just, you know, it's more for decoration, for decorational purposes. So there's nothing gonna go in there. What I've done for now, so it's easier to paint, I filled it up with plastic, so it's like nicely bulky, and all the bags, you know, the outside bags are a little puffed up, so it's easier to paint. So that's what I've done for now. I will paint over the zips for now. So you still can open them, it's fine. If not, it's fine also. That's that'll go on the way we do that. So yes, that's right. Yes, you can, Karen, you can use those on lampshades also. You know, you can use the paints on fabric, on anything. You know, there's like loads of videos. There's loads of videos on the Dixie Belle page, so just check them out. So as I said, with the slick stick, rewind, with the slick stick. It's a very difficult word for a German person. With the slick stick, the first coat is basically bonding itself onto that project, onto the slick surface. And the second coat you apply, you should wait overnight to apply the second coat, as it is me, and this piece is not really going to go outside or something. I'm going to do that straight away. The second coat, you should leave that, let that dry for about 24 hours to be on the safe side. I usually leave it overnight. I won't do it this time with this piece, so I'm just gonna go from here. Sorry, back for a second. As I said, this is only going to be for decorational purposes, not for the golf course anymore. So I've already cut off excess, so to say. There was like a pipe on the outside, you know, I just cut that off, and there was like a ribbons hanging off to carry that. I've cut those off because they are no more needed, and they're just like are in the way, so to say. They are not what I want to have visible on this piece. So I'm sticking the zippers at the moment at the same time as they are here. So I can decide then later what I do with them. If they're going to be rusty, or if they're going to be coppery, or just rosy. We will see. So as all the products from Dixie Belle, they dry really, really quick. So this is a great benefit from the, all the products by them. So if you use thin coats, if you slap it on thick, which is no need, use thin coats. Whatever product you use thin coats. That dries really quick, and you can basically come back with the second coat then even quicker, and the coverage of the paint is fantastic anyway. You'll see in a minute when we start with that paint. So go. That's like those bits. First coat. So as all those metal bits are slick stick now also, I'm not worried about those knots. There's going to be some woody bands trim over there later also, but for now it's going to be that. So let that dry for a second. Let's have a sip of coffee, see if I missed some questions. Exactly, Jill. It is amazing on how many materials you can use those paints on. This is, hi AJ, thank you for joining me. Audra. You do that, Audra. This is okay. All right. If I missed any questions, guys, I'll come back later. So, as I said, there's like this, I don't know if it's like from a stamp or something like that. There's some inky type. So I don't want to have that come through at the end. So I'm using my Boss in Clear. No particular reason. It's a particular reason I'm using the clear one, because that's the one I have on hand here at the moment. And since Brexit, it's a little difficult for our deliverers over here in Europe, as the UK has gone out of the Hi Tiffany, out of the European community. So I stick with what I have on hand, because I'm pretty much sold out by now. But they managed to get some of the stuff on the way, so I'm very excited. Already received one box, which is, in Germany would say it's a drop on a hot plate. So that's basically just puffed away. But there's more on the way, and I hope that I'll have a little more in soon. Okay, We have the boss, and the boss, I'm using the flat small for now because it's just a small area, and I'm gonna do that with that. Peggy, the zippers, I'm going to paint over them. If they work afterwards, it's fine. If they don't, it's no problem also, because this is just going to be for decoration. I want to make sure there's like all the color on the right place at the end and matching, because I want to cover up this. So I'm just going to go, and this is, you know, guys, it doesn't make a difference if this is now like a decorational piece, or if you're working on some furniture or something like that. If you know there's only a particular area bleeding or whatever, or you've painted your piece and you discovered afterwards that it's like in some areas it's bleeding through, you don't have to take everything down and start over again, you know, boss the whole thing and start all over again. You just go to those areas where the bleed through is, you use your boss and you cover those areas up with the boss and you're fine, you know. So, and just cover and then paint over those areas. So that's what you do. And with boss also, you're supposed to do 2 coats. So I'm just basically where this is, and I had some on the back here where I'm not sure if this, I couldn't get it off. You see this? This is basically where it was like laying, you know, those black marks. I'm going to bust those areas also, just to make sure, you know, rather be safe than sorry. That's what I think we should do. Oops, and just touch it at the same time. Okay. This boss also, you can use, I'm only going to put the bow on there. So I think that's fine. This boss also, you do usually 2 coats depending how heavy the bleeding is or how strong the smell is you want to cover up, you know. So Ute, die Preise sind schon auf einem neuen Niveau. Also insofern, das ist alles schon mit einkalkuliert. Die sind ja Anfang des Monats schon teurer geworden, genau aus dem Grund. Ja, also insofern. Aber ansonsten bleibt alles gleich. Aber nicht unbedingt, nein, nicht unbedingt wegen Brexit, sondern eigentlich, weil aus USA die Preise erhöht wurden. Mit Brexit selber verändert sich da nichts weiter. Also das passt schon. Keine Sorge. Okay, now we're going to apply that bow up here. In the meantime, the rest can dry, and then we stick the second coat on, and then we can start painting. Let's see if we have a dummy here bow. Can use it as something like that also. Oh yeah, that plays golf, Nina. That's interesting. So, okay, where was I? Okay, the bow is the number 1012. Guys, this is a woody band. Woody band, Dixie Belle also carries the woody band, and the Dixie Belle retailers, they carry the woody bands. This is this cute little bow. Isn't that cute? It's so pretty. That's the number 1012. You can get it, as I said, on the Dixie Belle page and with your Dixie Belle retailers, you know. So the woody bands, they are made out of wood. When they're cold, they are solid as wood. You can sand them, you can drill them, you can saw them, you can break them if you use force, you know. No, Cynthia, it's not a leather golf bag. This is some sort of plasticky material. So, but I've tried before painting on it with the paints just on an extra piece, and the paint sticks perfectly on there. So you don't always, bonsoir in there, you don't always have to use stick all over the place. I just used it on the hard metal plastic bits. So and then the woody bands are heated up like this bugger here. They get nice and bendy. So that's what I've already done. I've had it on a griddle to warm it up, and I'm going to apply it with some regular good quality wood glue. So I'm applying, I'm just gonna get a little closer so you can see. There we go. I'm applying the wood glue onto the floor. So this is nice and warm, so this is still bendy. Those woody bands, they need about the same time to cool down and get hard again, then they need to warm up. Just gonna grab the glue which I dropped on the floor. And you just apply a good amount of wood glue on there, good quality as I said, and whatever surface you apply that to. You know, this is some sort of plastic, I'm still using wood glue. If you put it on glass, if you put it on whatever, on wood, on metal, you always use wood glue. So if it dries, because it's pretty warm, this piece, if the glue dries, just apply enough. It's always a bit, you know, in between of too much and not enough glue. So I'm still not the master of it, but I rather have more than not enough, because everything what squeezes out on the sides, you can take off with a Q-tip or a baby wipe, as wood glue is water-based. So that's now nicely covered with glue. So it is still a bit warm. This screw helps me because this is about the middle. That's where I'm gonna go. So that's where my piece is gonna go. So pressing it on here. And let's see. I'm going to take my baby wipe. Take the baby wipe. Gotta stick that on there till the glue is dry. So take some baby wipe and take that off, and then I'm going to reheat it to make sure it gets contact with all the surface. I'm probably going to take it down in a second also to carry on. So when you reheat it, you're reactivating the glue also, you know, so that helps with sticking. And as I said, you do that whatever surface you're applying it onto, because even if you think, I mean, this is round, so I want to make sure it gets all the shape of that bag. But also when you use it on on glass or something like that, it is, no surface is flat. I can guarantee you that, even if you think it is. So that's now pretty nicely on there. Let's see, go back in there. You can, as I said, take it off with a baby wipe. You can paint over it as it is water-based. If you have a rustic piece that's doesn't harm, you can take it off with a wet brush. And when you press on those, that's the nice thing about it. You're not damaging the details of those molds. You know, the details just stay perfectly like they are. I'm gonna get the wet brush. I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna bring it closer so they can go nicely in there and just take some of the glue which was squeezed out just off with that brush. So that looks a lot better, doesn't it? So that's this on. And let's carry on. Any questions? Exactly. When they cool down, they regain stiffness again. So they basically stay then in the shape you've put them onto. You know, you can use them, you know, they have like loads of, they do have trims and stuff like that. You can put like around the top of your dresses and whatever. Very beautiful things. And you can paint on them straight away, and you don't, you know, when you use paper clay or something like that, you always have the trouble that you may damage the, when they're still soft, you know, you can, and you put them on your surface, that you damage the details. So, hi Donna. Stick for that, or am I wrong? Tiffany, no, not for that bag, because as I said, I tried it on the top of that thing, and the paint is sticking without slick stick on that material. So only if it's because it's plastic or something like that, it doesn't mean you have to use slick stick. You know, those paints, they are really amazing. They stick to a lot of things. Oh, hi Betty, thank you for being with me. So you mean definitely if you have glass or something like that. So this is already dry. So I'm gonna go on here again with my slick stick, do the second coat. As I said, the second coat you should put on about, when it's really dry, let it dry for about, you know, at least an hour, 1 to 2 hours. And then you can put like the second coat on there, and you use it on furniture, and let it dry 24 hours, or at least overnight. I usually let it dry overnight. So I'm not bothering with this piece because I want to get going. I want to show you something. How nicely the paint is going to go on here. What's the time? Half an hour. They're good. Good to go. So, and I'm just painting the hard plasticky bits, you know, there's like those trims and stuff like that on this bag. This is like a half plastic, and this is at the same time the zips are getting painted also. This is the one down here. And this is only going to go into the living room. It's not going to go out on the golf course anymore. This is just like a decorational piece. It was outsourced by the owner. So she thought it's going to be fun to have some decorational piece in her living room. So that's what we do. If someone wants to have it, we paint it. Don't we? Unless they pay. Thank you, Tracy. Guys, if you like it, just send me some hearts. That would be sweet. And you also may sprinkle the love this video. I'll go over to my page, leave me a like there. I do lots of videos in English and also some in German. Oops, that was close. That was close. It was like almost lipstick in my coffee. So I don't want to have that. Bottom. And also, guys, use thin coats for you. Whatever you paint, always thin coats. Firstly, you only need thin coats with the products from Dixie Belle. Secondly, because the coverage is that great. Secondly, they dry a lot quicker. So, which means you can carry on working quicker also. So. Okay. Almost done. as I said, I cut some things off on that bag also, which was just like disturbing. We don't need. It's going to be painted over, and that's fine then. So same thing with Boss. That's not quite dry. I'm going to dry that. That's it with, let's see, that's it with stick. Something up here I missed. So it's fine. Put it into some water straight away. If you're not using your brushes for some while, just put them in either in a baby wipe or a wet cloth, and yes, you can paint outdoor canvas. So you can also paint outdoor canvas. While I don't know if you for outdoor canvas, I would probably, Peggy, Dixie Belle has got a new paint line, which is called Silk All-in-One Mineral Paint. Hallo liebe Heike, which is Silk All-in-One Mineral Paint, and they are also UV resistant. So if it's outside, I would use the silk. Yeah, exactly. Okay, oh yeah, right, at the end you said you're asking. I would use for outdoor the silk, because this is perfect for outdoor. So it's UV resistant, it's water resistant, it's grease resistant, it's mold resistant, it's did I miss anything, Dixie Belle? Hi Michelle. So I'm out of breath, I'm talking too much. So I'm just gonna dry that Boss quickly. Start slapping some paint on here so you can see some paint, and slowly transforming this piece. So be careful also that I'm not melting that material. So the Boss I've got here, for those who joined later, there is like some sort of, I'm not sure if this is, I couldn't get it off. I've cleaned it nicely, but this I just couldn't get off. This looks like some sort of ink or whatever, you know, like there was like some wet paper, probably a ticket sticking to it in the car when the bag was wet, and the ink transferred onto that material. As I don't want to have that bleed through, I put some Boss on there just to make sure. Also on the back there are some black marks. So I just don't want to, you know, rather be safe than sorry. As Dixie Belle has all those products, I might as well use them. And you don't have to use them all over the place, just, you know, with something like that, just in the areas where you use it. Okay, so dry that quickly. As I said, usually with a slick stick, I would leave that overnight. So I'm going to dry that quickly. Without melting the material. See? And, you know, guys, and also the Boss and the slick stick, they are water based, you know, so that's the reason they work that well. And they have a little bit of a smell to them. The chalk mineral paints, they completely neutral from the smell. The slick stick and the Boss, they have like a little smell to them, but it doesn't bother me. You know, if you are Michelle, I have slick stick the hard plastic bits, because they probably need that. I've tried this material, even if it's plastic, the paint sticks on there. I've tried that on a piece, extra piece. And I've bossed basically those areas where like those heavy stains are. I couldn't get off, and I'm not sure what it is. And also this ink at the front. I'm going to show you. There's like some writing at the front there. I don't know if you can see that there, you know, and I'm not sure if this is going to come through. There's the tea rose and rose gonna go on there. I'm not going to take any risk. So that's to the side. Let's start with the tea rose. Okay. Bam. We have 24 hours in between, so the slick stick is fine now, and we can start with the tea rose. You're welcome, Michelle. So apart from that, guys, if you came in late, hi Diane, you can always catch the replay. It'll be on the Dixie Belle page after this. It's finished also. So tea rose is a beautiful rose color by Dixie Belle. So my followers would say now, what are you doing? It's not your color. But the lady wants to have it in rosé, but she wants to have it pink somehow. So I'm also going to do some rust things on there. So I think that's going to be quite interesting altogether. I'm using my mini brush by Dixie Belle, which I promise it is a mini. As you can see, it's pretty much used. I've got my Mr. Bottle also from Dixie Belle. And yeah, it does, doesn't it? Time flies. I need a magic wand. Yeah, I need firstly, I need a cameraman. So this is still, you know, always a struggle for me getting everything together. But anyhow, I appreciate your patience. Clean that now. And let's get some paint on there, at least the first coat, so you can see. And next week we're going to finish that one off. So, tea rose, just like a little bit on there, and let's have some fun. There's going to be some rosé on top also, and the reason I've chosen the tea rose underneath is the Moonshine Metallic in Rosé is going to cover much nicer and much easier when there is like how do you say that, accompanying. After all, I'm German, guys. Buongiorno, ciao to Italy. So snap 24 hours. Yeah, I know. So if there's a color underneath which is like similar to the one you're putting on top. So sorry, I'm sometimes, you know, lost for words. But so this is going to be nice, I think. You can also spray that with water a little bit if you feel that the paint is not, the brush is not gliding easily. That's what you can do with the chalk mineral paints. You can see how nicely that covers already. So, some more. And also here, you know, I'm always using thin coats. I'm even putting a little bit of water on here to spread out the paint a little easier. And the coverage is very, very nicely. Who likes the tea rose? Who is a rosy person? Who is a rosy person? Any rosy persons here? Oh, careful. I'm going to manage to dip my brush into my coffee. I can see that happening. Actually, I think I'm going to put it a little to the side. I don't want to have tea in my coffee. So this is now the first coat I'm applying, guys. So I'm going to show you the area where this so this is basically, to show you you can just paint anything. There's nothing there's nothing safe from the Dixie Belle paint, so to say. Hi Brigida. Hi girl. Hope you're well. I hope you're well. It's not very nice news coming from Portugal at the moment, so I hope you're fine. So what's the time? I'm going to do the first half and then you can have a look at it. So we're going to do basically 2 coats. Of the tea rose, and then we're having 1 or 2 coats of the rosé metallics. I'm painting right over the zips. As I said, this is just going to be a decorational piece. I'd rather have like the color matching. And if they don't open anymore, that's not a problem. But we will find out during the lives, basically next week, if this is going to, if they will still move. We will see that. And, thinking a little further, why don't you, I know people, when they buy a new golf bag, they dump those, just go to the golf shop and see if anybody dumped a golf bag and repaint it and sell it back to them as a decorational piece. So, pretty much sure they love it. Pretty much sure they will love it. So, in this area here, those synthetic brushes, they are so nice. They've got such, they've got soft bristles. So you can get like a very smooth finish, but they are still firm enough so you can get like in those areas. So it's like crinkled up a little to cover those, which is absolutely great. So I'm gonna bring it up a little closer to you in a second. What do you think so far? What do you think so far? Yes, I know they sent some out to you. So this is just such mad times. So you can see how easy and lovely this paint goes on here. And this is some sort, I don't know, this is some sort of water resistant material. This was a pretty expensive bag beforehand also. So this is a German brand, and they are made in Germany. So the materials are very special. They are also UV resistant. I think this bag is at least, let me think, at least 10 years or something like that. So they last really, really well. Another reason why it's a good idea to give it a new life, so to say. Probably shouldn't tell the company. Otherwise, they probably got to sue me what I do with their stuff. So I'm going to bring that close to you now so you can basically see which direction we are going. Nicely. So you can see there's like this beigey, and now we have like already the tea rose. This is the first coat, and also those zip areas. The shine you see at the moment, the sheen you see at the moment is more like it's because the paint is still wet. You know, it's not shimmery. Shimmery will be the Moonshine Metallic Rosé we put on next week. I think we've done quite a lot today. What do you think? We've added some woody band. This cute bow. We've prepared that bag. Apart from cleaning, that was cleaned before nicely. That's what you always have to do. You usually don't have to do any more preparation to your piece. If it's wood, you can just paint straight away over it. If you have special materials like laminated furniture and stuff like that, or glass or metal or plastic, Dixie Belle has a product which is called Slick Stick. It's a bonding primer. So that's what I've used on the hard bits of that bag to make sure the paint sticks. So Michelle's gonna see that also. I've tried that earlier with some blueberry on here. Dry mouse. So even this is like some plastic material. This is so soft, and I can't get it off. And there's no slick stick on here, you know. So I've painted it straight away on there. So if you have a chance to try that in an area, do that, because as I said, you don't always need that. We also used some boss on here because there was like some stamping or something like that where I thought that might bleed through, and this is like a pretty light color. I didn't want to take any risk on that, so that's why. Exactly. If it's fabric, you can use fine grit sandpaper just to soften it up a little bit. And at the end, we're going to use some easy peasy spray wax. So I hope this is going to come in because I'm almost run out on that one also. So let's keep fingers crossed, guys. So thank you so much for being with me, guys. I hope you're all well, and I appreciate you very much that you've been with me. If you watch replay, put hashtag replay into the comments, and if you haven't done it yet, pop over to my page, leave me a like there. That'll be absolutely fantastic. I see you next Tuesday. We'll continue with this cutie and see what we're gonna do with it. So, guys, if you want to shop the product, if you want to shop the products, go over to the Dixie Belle page, check for your local retailer. They all have the products I've used, including this cute little bow from Woody Band. They should have that. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Betty. Hugs to you also. Thank you, Anya. Really appreciate it, guys. Yes, so much. So I see you next week, or tomorrow or on Thursday. I'll be on the whole week. Guys, bye-bye. Bye for now. Will the zippers work? We will find out. As I said, Judy, it's not important because this is going to be for decoration. If they work, it's fine. If they don't, this depends on the zippers. You can clean them as they are plastic. You can clean them a little bit also. So I'm pretty much sure they will work, but we'll see next week. I'm pretty much sure they'll work, but I'd rather have them in the same color So that's the reason I painted them. Bye guys. So bye now. So